So the video you're about to see is truly my favourite adventure yet. It contains expletives because when I crossed the particular bridge which we're going to see in the video, I've crossed all the others without any form of fear, without any form of being scared. But this one frightened the willies out of me, it really did. And I was, I mean, if I was someone like Ian McShane, a good actor, you could say it was acting. I was acting scared, but you can see I was scared when you watch the playback, and that was no act. It was terrifying because it's very high, but very enjoyable in the same way that one of those very fast roller coasters is very enjoyable. It was as scary as anything, but I really enjoyed making it, and I take my hat off to the people that built this particular bridge. So I'll thank you in advance for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Where we are today, we're in Bristol, and we're going to go and have a look at the Clifton suspension bridge, built by Isambard Kingdom Brunel. But we had a small bonus because look at this. I mean, the camera just doesn't do this justice, does it? That is just fantastic. That is just... So we've got a nice little car park here, so free, and I'm going to walk that way, and we're going to go and see what we can see. So let's go and see what we can see. This will get us ready for breakfast. I should think that is a geologist's dream. All those different, you can see where the rock's been pushed up. Still navigation lights, because it's got a bend here, one over the other side. Actually goes around the bend, and we start to see, there you go, start to see the bridge in all its glory. We'll be very close soon. There we go, the two towers of the bridge. That is amazing, isn't it? That's Brunel's very own Clifton suspension bridge. And we're going to walk under it in a second. It's exciting, isn't it? This is one of these occasions where you feel dizzy. You actually feel dizzy looking up at that. So as we go under, no, we're not going under this protection.
Having completely lost the ability to speak, I decided to just film some more shots in a rather shaky manner of the underneath of this great bridge. It's fair to say though that I was at this point quite excited to be going up, over, through, down, across, all sorts of ways to get different pictures and to get up close to this amazing structure, which it truly is. So at this point I was just chuntering on and thinking about the onward journey. Also at this point I didn't realise that there was a walkway up to the bridge called the zigzag, and zigzag it does up the side of the rock to get to the top, which is very pretty, as you'll see in a little while. So we had to wander to a footbridge several hundred yards up the road, because this is the A4 into Bristol, the A4 road, which was so busy it was almost impossible to cross. I kid you not, this is midday on a Thursday. But there's a date that comes to mind now as we walk into Bristol, and that is the 19th of July 1970. For that is when the SS Great Britain, after rusting away on the Falkland Islands, was brought up this river, under this bridge, to lie where she lies now, in her final resting place. Not only that, but it was the actual dock in which she was built, where she was born. She was only just saved, in my opinion. She was very, very close to not being movable at all, but move her they did. So she came up here under Brunel's Great Bridge, and I can't help thinking he must have had a smile on his face. And this walkway, which we're using now, must have been lined with people, 3 or 4 deep, I should imagine. So it's in 1970. There's a lot of restoration work gone on since then, and she's looking rather splendid. And I can't imagine how much education she's been, just for children alone who've seen her on school trips, let alone for us adults who don't remember her. She was obviously around long before anyone alive now. But what a great thing. What a great thing, both the ship and the bridge.
This is interesting. This is the Clifton, the old Clifton Rocks Railway. There we go. And that's all been the concrete things. The vertical supports, I think, are a later addition to stabilise it all, make sure it stays where it should be. Old jetty, long forgotten, long disused, long not been in use. Interesting that the bollard still remains at the top. I'm surprised someone's not had that away for scrap. That's quite a thing. Look, steel. We've got a steel girder thing. Drainage points there. They look like sewage. Looks like that's probably where the toilet was. Does it just drain into the river? Probably when this was built, it did just go into the river. So this jetty was obviously quite a well-used, quite a structure in its day. Would have been used when the ships used to come into Bristol. Possibly this one would have been for passenger traffic. There are no warehouses or anything, old warehouses or anything nearby. Seems to be very passenger-ish. So there we are, look at that. This one's in much better nick. This one's looks to be a bit later. It's got concrete reinforcement. Don't know if it's still used. So we're going to head up this hill. And then we need to sort of keep to our left-ish to see if we can find the entrance to the bridge, which I'm sure we will. So up we go to say we've still got some height to go, and not far though now. We're practically there. We're practically on it. And coffee is the order of the day, I think. Ah, there we are, the Clifton Rocks Railway. Again, this is the top end of it. There we go, so go and have a look. There we are, that's the entrance to it. Clifton Rocks Railway. We've got a better view of the entrance. It's a shame it can't be brought back into being. I think it's got to be said, I mean, good luck to people that live here, but I think you've got to have a few bob. The old bank account, I think, needs to be reasonably healthy. What a beautiful area. Absolutely lovely. A little bit like somewhere like Hampstead, I imagine. Hampstead Heath, somewhere like that. Can't say anything really to that, can you? You cannot say anything. All I'm doing now is putting off my walk across, because my fear of heights is going to be tested to the limit here, because that is absolutely ruddy high. Let's see if we can get some idea of actually how high this is. This is going to be scary. There we go. Oh, that is flipping high. That's a superb view. So just got to walk to the entrance point now. So go back on ourselves. Look at those chains. Here's a little entrance part where you can actually drive across. Oh, one way only, return on the other footway. Okay. Okay. Now, here we go. Look at that. What I'm actually doing here is postponing my walk. Okay, this is it. We're actually on the bridge now, and I am flipping petrified. I really am. This is oh my God. I do not want to look down there. I don't know if you can see through there. I'm too scared to actually hold the camera up. I am flipping petrified.
Flipping heck.
This is actually probably one of the scariest things I've ever done. I kid you not. I can't even look over there. I cannot even look. So I've just got to keep going straight because there's no way I can look down. Never have I been so glad to get to the other side of a bridge. I thought that was going to be scary, but it was actually 15 times more scary, possibly more. I couldn't even go near the edge of the rail, I promise you. But look at that. Look at that.
Shoot.
I've just been across there. I'm sorry for swearing, but
Shoot.
fucking hell. Bloody hell's bells. God almighty. I've got to go back yet. So as I say, one of the most scary things I've ever done. So I'm going to get the walk over the other way. Look at this though. Look at this beautiful. That looks to me like it's original. There you go, lots of cameras and things just for safety. And there's the very huge, they're a lot big, as in most things, they're a lot bigger, these towers, when you're up close and personal. And there's the wooden jetties that we were looking at earlier, where we walked. So presumably there is a walkway which comes down here, but I can't see it. I can't see where it comes out. I'll have to walk across the other way. I wonder if I'll have the nerve to go so just summoning up the what am I summoning up? Something or other. Here we go. We're going to cross back to the other side. So we were talking to a gentleman earlier, and he was saying he does this every day. Now there's no way I am getting close to that side. I'm about, there we go, I'm standing about 2 feet from the edge, and there's no way I can get any closer to that side, and I am actually looking straight ahead. So I'll look at this footage afterwards, and we'll see what we've got. So I'm sorry if the camera's shaking, but I can't look down. I just cannot go close to the edge of that thing. So we're gonna, I mean quite literally, I am quite literally pooping myself. Not literally, but you know, figuratively speaking, I am. So Jesus, this is honestly, if you suffer from vertigo, this is not to be advised. Come and have a look, because it's a fantastic structure to come and look at, even from the ground or from a lower point. But actually walking across, I'm actually quite terrified. I don't mind admitting it. I am actually scared. What a wimp. And I'm actually relieved to be back on the other side again. Just had a nice look around the visitor centre, which is very interesting. Put a couple of pennies in towards the upkeep. I'm surprised how busy it is for cars. Oh. So there we go. We're back. Almost on terra firma, as it were. And that was, I have to admit, that I don't mind admitting, that was scary. That was quite scary. I'm not sure if the camera is going to do this justice, because we are, I don't know how high we are in feet, but it's a few hundred feet, isn't it? It's got to be a few hundred feet. Imagine working in that thing suspended under the thing. I don't think I could do that for all the money in the world. There might be a certain amount of money where I could be persuaded to, but somehow I doubt it. I salute you, Mr. Brunel, wherever you are. Here we go. We're going up again. To get another different view. So we're coming down again, and still above the bridge though, still above the bridge as you can see, but we are on our way down ultimately, I think, to somewhere that sells coffee. I think this is lovely. Look at this. It's quite pretty coming down here. So we're on our way down. Are we on our way down to the bottom though? Let's see. Every path you take, every step you take, every step of my journey today has been pretty, has been interesting. If not pretty, the word interesting comes to mind. So this, it looks promising because it's quite steep and we're going down, so we'll no doubt find out. We'll certainly be a lot nearer than we would have been had we not taken the path. Now this is steep. This is mega steep. I wouldn't want to ride a bike down here with no brakes. God. Now this is using muscles I haven't used. I am going to ache like hell tomorrow, and probably even tonight. Well, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. So there we go. Look, yet another place where we can sit should we require. There's a path down there. This is obviously where brave people, young people, have taken a shortcut. We're not going to do that. We're going to take the long cut. That way your head stays in one piece. Jesus, quite a fine view of the bridge from here. It's like everywhere you look, like I say, every path you take, every step you take, it's the same with everywhere you look, is just phenomenally not only beautiful but interesting and fascinating. Look at the way the trees are growing out of the rocks here, look. David Bellamy would be having a field day. And do you remember Fife Robertson? Older people will remember Fife Robertson. It's very interesting, this pathway going down. I wouldn't want to be climbing up it. If you don't remember Fife Robertson, he was a broadcaster who did interesting stuff and visited places, and he had a little goatee beard, if I remember rightly, and he was Scottish. But don't hold that against him. Only joking. So as we are getting closer, so whether this is going to go to the bottom, we don't know. So it's still going down though, which is a good thing. But the only thing is, when I walked along the road at the bottom, I couldn't see any evidence of any pathway. I would not want to be climbing up here because this is steep. So this is my big complaint now. This is our walkway that we just came down from up there, and this is where it comes out. What chance have you got crossing the road here? So it's a bloody nightmare. So as you can see, that comes down from there. You've got no chance. You cannot see. That is just so dangerous, and I can't see why they haven't put some kind of lights here, or maybe a little tunnel under the ground, because it looks like we're going to have to walk to the footbridge again, because that is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable, you know. So I've got to walk all the way up here. It's just too dangerous. If you cross, you're going to have to run. And this is where we've just walked along, of course. There we are. It was closed in 1934. So now, where we might stand a chance, we can't cross because we're now at this high level. So we're stuck, absolutely trapped. I mean, that traffic has not stopped. It's Thursday today. God knows what it'll be like on a Friday. I dread to think. Dread to think